Hello, everyone, and welcome to my 1984 project. My name is Didi Chionuma, and I hope you enjoy. For my 1984 project, I've decided to stumble in the topic of government censorship and censorship in general. I decided to do this topic because A, it seemed interesting, and B, it's wrong and probably shouldn't be a thing. It suppresses your voice, and I don't really like it. I like it when people's voices are being heard. Now, what is censorship? Well, censorship is basically when one person or a group of people, or especially the government, tries to suppress one's voices by preventing someone from saying or printing words or images to the public. An example of censorship happens is when people are trying to ban books from schools or when the government is getting rid of articles or movies. People banning books is probably the most known censorship in the US. Various groups across the US has banned or attempted to ban books since the invention of the printing press. Examples of books groups have banned or attempted to ban includes the autobiography of Benjamin Franklin, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, Bury My Heart and Wounded Knee by Dee Brown, and the works of children's authors J.K. Rowling and Judy Brown. Censors seek to limit freedom of thoughts and expressions by restricting spoken words, printed matter, symbolic messages, freedom of associations, books, arts, music, movies, television programs, etc. When the government engages in censorship, the First Amendment's freedoms are implicated. With the First Amendment in place, it guarantees freedom of speech and press. The First Amendment says that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. The First Amendment also gives everyone residing in the United States the rights to hear all sides of every issue and to make their own judgments about those issues without government interference or limitations. The right to speak and the right to publish under the First Amendment has been interpreted widely to protect individuals in society for government attempts to suppress ideas and information, and to forbid government censorships of books, magazines, and newspapers, as well as art, film, music, and materials of the internet. The Supreme Court and other courts have conclusively that there is a First Amendment right to receive information as a corollary to the right to speak. Now, let's be honest. Will there ever be an end to this? Most likely not. But there is a way to fight through it. I'm going to show you how. It's going to be a long process. Well, the first process is basically telling the world what the problem is, getting your voice out. Getting your voice out in these types of problems is the first step you should do when battling against censorship. Letting the people know the problem you are facing will help you in the long run in this battle against censorship. Now, before thinking about battling against oppression, you have to think about what you're arguing is actually a problem. In the US, multiple, and I mean multiple people have been arguing over things that doesn't even matter. From like if you can like swear in class or if you can leave early, something that is just a privilege to you that they're trying to argue, and it doesn't make sense. If a topic is a serious problem and it's affecting you or your family or multiple people across the world, then you have to fight. Like, you have no choice. Gathering a community. Your voice alone will not be enough to win. A small community is a step in the right direction into overpowering suppression. If you have multiple people with the same problem, then it will help you out in the long run. If that doesn't work, then going public. If a small community isn't enough, then sharing it with the whole world will help you a lot. Everybody talking about one problem will eventually lead to uncensorship in the article or the movie. So basically, you can say whatever you want and you will leave happy and knowing that you did good. Sadly, this is the end of my presentation. I really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope you learned at least a little about government censorship and censorship in general. If you want to learn more about censorship, these are the websites that I use. You can search them up and do some more research if you'd like to. If you want to know where I got the photos, these are the photos that I use. You can look more into the First Amendment, or you could read Bury My Heart and Wounded Knee by Dee Brown, or To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Anyways, that's all I have for you. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.